A common enemy is not only at our door, but could infiltrate in through our loved ones. All that people can do now is to take desperate preventative measures to mitigate the threat of a violent intruder possibly devastating their lives. We are observing governments around the world reacting erratically to the threat, because the system we currently live in is far too overconfident and underprepared for events such as these. A healthcare system that focuses on supporting the sick instead of being integrated and interacting with every part of the system we live in, keeping healthy people healthy, will only be able to have a weak reactive stance rather than a vigorous preventative one. Historically speaking, we have improved through the years in awareness and vaccines, but still not good enough. Why? The parts within a system or systems within the system are fighting each other because the focus of the grander system is property, wealth, and power. Anything that interferes with this is realigned, disregarded, or removed from the equation. Pharmaceutical companies need to generate wealth, which is generated by illness, both mental and physical, thus working against a healthcare system that tries to care. The allowance of conspiracy theories to propagate through media, weakening the public's trust in proven preventative measures, which were written in blood, further deteriorates confidence. Transport companies need to make money transporting disease from one country to another. Our civilization, if you can call it that, is working against us. We need to go to jobs to feed our families and meet our basic needs, regardless of the threats, potentially bringing home a deadly foe, initially masquerading as a common seasonal cold. In a scarcity system which generates a mindset of hoarding, withholding, and depriving people of resources, including vital information, what is generated is low social capital, low trust, cooperation, and reciprocity. In other words, a highly individualistic society. How can we begin to tackle world threats if we are divided with artificial boundaries and values and plagued with vested interests? If we are to see a world that acts in unison against a common threat, we must transform the focus of, in summary, profit into a focus of taking care of Earth and everyone on it. We have been severely desensitized to the threat of war, poverty, crime, racism, bigotry, embezzlement, corruption, environmental destruction, territorial disputes, economic conflicts, and nuclear and AI arms races. All problems which require a united world to fix them. If we do not unite for these pressing issues, how can we even begin to unite and cooperate now? Boost your immune systems, quarantine yourselves as much as possible, follow advice from the World Health Organization, and learn more about the Venus Project at thevenusproject.com.